What was waving the bloody shirt? Have you ever wondered how the memories of the Civil War influenced politics in America after the fighting stopped? One powerful tactic used during this time was known as waving the bloody shirt. This phrase became a political tool, especially during the Reconstruction era, which followed the Civil War. Waving the bloody shirt was primarily used by radical Republicans from the North. These politicians aimed to remind voters of the violence and suffering caused by the war. They wanted to keep the memories of Union soldiers alive, using those emotions to rally support for their party and policies. The term itself comes from the image of a politician holding up a blood-stained shirt. This shirt was often said to belong to a Union soldier or a victim of violence. While actual shirts were rarely displayed, the speeches and campaign materials often referenced the sacrifices made by soldiers. The goal was to stir feelings of anger, loyalty, and patriotism among voters. This tactic gained traction between the years of 1868 and 1876, particularly during presidential elections. Politicians used it to appeal to Northern voters, especially veterans. They warned that allowing former Confederates to regain power could lead to a return of the divisions and violence experienced during the war. In the context of presidential Reconstruction, waving the bloody shirt kept Reconstruction issues at the forefront of national politics. It highlighted ongoing struggles in the South, such as racial violence and efforts to limit the rights of freed African Americans. Politicians argued for stronger federal intervention in the South and opposed the return of Southern Democrats to power. Interestingly, opponents of this tactic often mocked it. Some Southern groups, like the Red Shirts, adopted the color red as a symbol to ridicule the idea of waving the bloody shirt. They turned it into a rallying point for white supremacist resistance to Reconstruction. In practical terms, waving the bloody shirt was a campaign strategy that helped Republicans win elections. It reminded voters of the sacrifices made during the war and the need to protect the Union's victory. This tactic also kept Reconstruction policies, such as protecting the rights of freed people and maintaining federal authority, central to political debates. Overall, waving the bloody shirt was a powerful symbol and political tool in post-Civil War America. It shaped how people thought about the war, Reconstruction, and the role of the federal government in protecting civil rights. The emotional memories of conflict were used to influence politics long after the fighting had ended.